EPAWA meteorologist Bobby Martin here with your outlook for October 28th, 2020. For your Wednesday, we're starting off with clouds and a few showers left over from this shortwave move that moved through overnight. It'll be moving away this morning, so it'll be taking the clouds away with it once it does. I don't think it's going to get completely sunny this afternoon, though. We have some breaks of sun and partly to mostly cloudy skies once this moves away, but a few showers lingering in spots this morning, and the clouds will hang tough with it this morning as well until this completely pulls away. We get that quick break in there, and then we have clouds increase again overnight ahead of this next system, which of course is going to be the combination of the remnants of tropical storm Zeta right now. It's expected to be a hurricane before making landfall somewhere just west of New Orleans here. There's also an upper level low that's sitting out here in the southern plains, and it's going to be kind of chasing this thing eastward. So the combination of the two are going to lead to some heavy rain potential here for the day on Thursday. All right, so we're going to have take a look at the NAM high-res future simulated radar starting us off at 8 a.m. You can see a few scattered showers, generally light, just a continuation of what was going on overnight, and those move out generally by late morning. By the time we get to noon, it's pretty much done here, and then we'll have a few spots having some breaks of clouds in the afternoon. And then once we get into the overnight period, we'll have the clouds increase, and then we'll have some showers coming in our southern areas first. That will be after 3 a.m. here, and then we'll have those spreading northward into the early morning hours here on Thursday. And in the wider view evolution of this system, here's that system making landfall right near New Orleans, and all the moisture streaming ahead of it that will come in as the upper level low sitting back here. Kind of interacts with this system here, and then you have the showers moving in by Thursday morning, and you can see some heavier rain. Now, the axis of the heavier rain is now pushed a little bit further south, so I'm going to adjust this for you here in a little bit, and it looks like we will get a decent amount of soaking rainfall for even interior locations, but we're going to have a little bit less than was originally anticipated. I saw some estimates by the National Weather Service of 3 inches of rain. I think that's going to be a little bit too high. But then this is a very quick moving system, so we'll have the heavier periods of rain during the afternoon and evening, and then once we get past midnight, we taper off the showers. And then as this pulls away, the upper level low starts kicking in here. You have some cold air coming in here from the north that's going to be pulled in by this trough digging down, and any remaining rainfall across the northern areas will change over to snow. Now I'll show you where that's going to be as well. And here's the NAM's take of that. Here's the evolution of this. And again, this is, you see the heavier rain is really along the southern half of our regions. The northern half is steady, but it's lighter. Okay, so this is going into early afternoon, and then you will have some chances for heavier rain a little bit further north briefly, but not as long of a period as I looked originally. And then we go into the evening hours, and we start to taper off to some scattered showers, and that's going to go through the overnight. When you see some blue starting to pick up here, this is a precipitation type radar, and you're going to see some, as that cold air starts to work in from the north, you're going to see some areas across New York State and far northern Pennsylvania changing over to snow, and that's going to work its way down to the south and get into northeast PA here. It's going to be about a 3 to 4 hour period where we're going to get some snow. Now look at what it's doing here. It's just favoring, if you draw the lines here that are showing where the rain snow line is. You see it has this little cutout here like this. Okay, this is the rain snow line it's showing here. And the reason it's doing this is because these areas that are above that line that I just drew, which is the demarcation of rain versus snow, these areas are higher elevations, okay? A lot of higher elevations in here. This little corridor right in here is the Scranton-Wilkes-Barre area, both lower elevations and valley locations in between there. So I don't think you're getting heavy amounts of accumulations there. I could see maybe a slushy coating to an inch or so in those areas, but the remainder of these areas up in the blue areas that are in the higher elevations, that goes all the way down to Mount Pocono and up by Lake Wallenpaupack, up in Pike County, and eventually we'll get into Sussex County, New Jersey. You can see that here, the last frame of the NAM 3 kilometer. So these areas are the normally higher elevations that get snow more so than others in our region, typically, even in the middle of winter. And these areas are higher elevation. We're going to expect most likely 1 to 3 inches of snow. The European model is doing the same thing. It's showing that evolution here, where it's focusing on those higher elevations up here. There will be snow falling on places like that are in the lower elevations up here in Northeast PA, but whether it's sticky or not is going to be a question of temperature, and those temperatures are going to be a little bit marginal. So until you get the higher elevations, you get below freezing. That's where you can have that those slushy accumulations 1 to 3 inches. You might even see some snowflakes come a little bit further south. And I wouldn't be surprised in the northern parts of the Lehigh Valley and interior parts of, like, say, Morris County and Warren County, New Jersey, seeing some snowflakes mixed in before this is all said and done, just mixing in with the rain. And that would be on Friday morning before this ends. And here's what the European model does as far as accumulations go. And again, it's confined. The accumulations of 1 to 3 inches are confined to areas that are in elevation, and that's right in here generally. So the highest elevations are getting into these 1 to 3 inch areas. Areas further south, these grays that are in between here, they're like, see these little grays that are in here and in here. These are lower elevations, so they're going to be generally a coating to 1 inch. And then further south, you're really not getting any accumulations at all, but you may see a few snowflakes mixed in with that as this precipitation comes through. Now, as far as the precipitation is concerned, again, the corridor of the heavy rain, if I had to draw where the heavier rain is going to be, you're going to have a swath here that kind of goes like this across our southern areas here. These areas here that I'm circling are generally in a 1.5 to 2.5 inches of rain area. Okay, so we're going to have a map out for this today, but this is our general thinking right now. 1.5 to 2.5 is going to be in this general vicinity. And then once you get just north of there, this area here to the north is, you draw another line kind of like this. This area in between is generally 3/4 of an inch to 1.5 inches, and above here is up to, well, I'll say up to about an inch here, 1/2 inch to 1 inch up in these areas, okay? But some of that's going to be snow, of course, where this up in these areas here, they're going to be snow, the changing to snow. So the realized liquid equivalent might be 1/2 inch to 1 inch, but you might only see, maybe 3/4 of an inch of rain, and then you change over to some wet snow, 1 to 3 inches, the higher elevations up in those areas. So that's what we're looking at for this system. Not a wind producer. Might have some gusts 20 to 25 at times, but this is not a big deal as far as the wind is concerned. And again, this is in and out. This is going to be leaving Friday morning. Again, the N3 kilometer runs out here. And this is 8 a.m. Friday. I think this goes to about noon or so. And as you get over to let me see if I can get to the 12 kilometer. Is it going to let me? It's not going to let me. Is it? There it goes. Okay. Just to give you an idea, the 12 kilometers moving out a little bit faster, but this is going to be hold up to about noon or so. Might be a leftover flurry behind this, but other than that, we're going to be clearing out later on Friday as this pulls away, and we're going to be very cold on Friday night. Temperatures getting down to the 20s in many locations across the region, so a very cold night Friday night, and then once we get to Saturday, and Friday, by the way, is only going to get up stay in the 40s for highs just about everywhere, except maybe down by Philadelphia and the Philadelphia metro, getting to 50 or above. Once we get to Saturday, where we are still in the 40s for highs, maybe upper 40s. And then once we get to Sunday, we're going to have clouds increase ahead of our next front. So because this, we're going to have a southwesterly flow ahead of this frontal boundary, we're going to have temperatures warming a little bit in the middle 50s ahead of it. But this is on the lead of the next trough here. This is some very cold air coming here behind here relative to the time of year. A few showers with this on Sunday evening and over part of the overnight. And then we are mostly sunny and breezy on Monday with temperatures back into the middle 40s for highs, maybe mid upper 40s in some places. And then once we get to Tuesday, we are also mostly sunny here, and temperatures getting back close to the 50-degree mark. So some cold temperatures coming up here, colder than average. Average is still kind of on either side of 60 degrees north to south. So this is definitely cool, a little bit early for what we would normally see. And not only the snow talk here, I mean, it's not impossible. We've seen that before. We've had the big storm in October 29, 2011, so this is not unprecedented territory by any means. It is a little early, but we do have those basically confined to those northern areas. We will have a snow map out today. We'll have a rain map out today. We'll have a full discussion on the weather alerts page at 5 p.m. And of course, the My Pocket Meteorologist alerts for all that you sign up for the winter program will go out early. We're not going to wait till November 1st to start it. We are going to send out alerts this afternoon, so look for that if you did in fact sign up for that program. I'm EPAWA meteorologist Bobby Marchich. That is your outlook for October 28th, 2020. Have a great Wednesday.